everyone, my name is Darci Lang, and I've been a motivational speaker for 27 years, sharing a message I call Focus on the 90%. It's my belief that we hold this big imaginary magnifying glass out in front of us in our lives, and we have a choice what we focus it on. What I call the 90%, the positive aspects of our life, or the not so positive 10%. So in a time in the world where people are definitely focused on the 10%, what can we do to stay positive in these difficult times? Well, the base of the 90% message is twofold. The 90% is, I believe, the ability to wake up in the morning and say, what is still good? And the 10% is looking at what isn't good and asking, what do we have control over? So this tool I wanted to add to your toolbox today of, again, imagining a big magnifying glass out in front of you and what are you focused on. So let's talk about the 90%. I am absolutely an optimist, but I am not glossing over and do not gloss over difficult times in our life. Of course, we have difficult, turbulent times, but what you focus on ripples out to other people. So what can I control in this time, and what is still good? What is the 90%? So I believe that if I feed me first, in my book I have this belief that if I feed me mentally, physically, spiritually, intellectually, then I can go out and feed the people that I work with, then I can come home and feed the family and the people that I love. So I look at what I can control. What is still good here? I'm healthy. So that's a check mark. If I run into people who say, how are you? In the turbulent, difficult times, I say I'm healthy, and that's all that matters. So what is still good? You're healthy. You are healthy enough to go to work. All these things really add up for me. I look at what I need to do, what you all need to do, and we all know how to do, but are we doing it? Are we getting the proper sleep? Are we getting the exercise? Are we getting the nutrition? Are we doing the meditating that allows us to show up in a positive place, watching our words, making sure that our words are positive, because what I focus on ripples out to the people around me. And if I'm using negative words, I'm coming in with negative energy, that focusing on the 10% will ripple out and affect the people around me. So again, taking out our magnifying glass and asking the simple question, what is still good? What is good today? What do we have control over? Are we talking about any of those things that are good? Are we having meetings over what is still good, even in really difficult times? That creates a new energy for me, for the people that, again, I work with, but it gives me something to have for people that at the end of the day, who I go home to. So looking at our role, taking out our magnifying glass, talking about what is still good, talking about what we're excited about when 10% times are over, talking about all the things that we have control over. Then looking at our 10%. Again, I live in reality. I understand that these are difficult times, but take our 10%. Let people talk about how they're feeling. Let them talk about their fears, their mental health, their worries, and make sure that people put light on what is difficult for them right now. But then I have a very strict 3 times complain rule. I understand it's important to people talk about how they feel, but after 3 times, I think we need to have a look at, okay, we've talked about the same thing 3 times, and in our company, we call it a lay that sucker out meeting. We look at what we've complained about, we lay that out and say, what can we do to control what we're talking about? All of our work is very different. We're living in new normals and current realities that we didn't anticipate. People can be allowed to feel how they feel, but I think after 3 times, they need to action. They need to start accepting new normals and current realities, digging in and saying, okay, what can I do to control this situation in a positive and healthy way so that I can be a positive, healthy person to work for the people around you that desperately need you to be a positive grounding force right now. I sign all my emails in this difficult time with be well, be safe, and be positive, because I think showing up positive is going to really help people in this difficult time. Because I know that what I focus on, and whether or not I take my magnifying glass out in the morning and I start seeing what is good instead of constantly watching the news and looking at what isn't good, that ripple for me is huge. And I start to see what is good, I come in positive, I'm rested, nourished, fed me first. Then I can go to the coworkers around me, the people around me, and be that grounding force for them. Then, most importantly, I can go home with something left. I have a lot of friends in healthcare that I run into in the grocery store who I know work nights. And I say, haven't you slept? And they say, no, I haven't slept for 30 hours. I'll tell you, my family would have a very different mom and wife if I had not slept for 30 hours. So the ability to take my magnifying glass out, go into my work, say what is good, go to the people around me and share what is good and be a positive grounding force allows me to go home and have something left, to be able to walk through my door at the end of a day and say, what is good on the other side of the door has been so important for me. I put my hand on the doorknob at the end of the day, and I do not come in that door until my magnifying glass is focused on the 90% for the people that are waiting for me. So in summary, my hope is that you'll take your magnifying glass, show up at work, focus on what is good, share what is good, go to the people around you at work, share a positive message of you've got this. What is still good here? What can we control? And go home to the people that we love with something left. Thank you for all that you do.